Hello and welcome to the IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships, presented by Eleiko and SBD and coming to you live from Almaty, Kazakhstan. Welcome to day 2 of the World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. We are in the equipped part of the competition and this is day 2. Yesterday we saw all the Masters women and quite a few of the Masters men. Today we have the remaining Masters men, the 105s to 120 plus in this category, and then in the later session we have the women's sub-juniors and juniors. And then lastly, today we have the men's sub-juniors and juniors. So we're going to run this as 2 sessions. We're going to have all the 105s first. So the M1, M2, M3 and M4 105s will all be in this group. And then we'll have the 120 and 120 plus in Group B. We are ready to get started now, I think. Just waiting to see if the bar's loaded. And we have Mick Ellender from Great Britain coming out first. Mick was all over the place yesterday. He refereed, he TC'd, he coached, he juried, and here he is lifting today. 120 kilos on the bar. Mick is in the M4s. "77 years old, competing for 46 years. There's a wealth of experience there. Opening his account with 120. And that's a good lift for Mick. Okay, we have Makoto Takitori next from Japan. He's in the M3, so just a reminder, we have everyone here is a 105, but then we have the M1, M2, M3 and M4. We have lifters here up to 80 years old, possibly beyond. Here he comes, he's opening with 120. Just popped up into the M3 category. Very controlled, and that was a lovely press out. We do tend to see such great technique from the Japanese team. Yuri Hornik next, Czechia. 74 years old, also in the M4s. Yuri Hornik is coming out for 135. 32 years in the game. Took Bit of an extended pause there. Didn't go right on the referee's cue, which is fine. The referee is indicating you can press. He's not saying you have to do it now. And you do see this a little bit in equip benching. Just take a moment, make sure the elbows are in the right place, compose yourself, and then press it out. Kizir Bayramkilov from Kazakhstan. He's in the M3s and he's opening with 140 kilos. Well, it looked like he went a little bit offline on the way down, but the press was no problem at all. That's a good lift for him. Kai Visenius from Finland. We have quite a few Finnish lifters in this group. Big team they've brought to this competition. He's opening with 160. Just popped up in CM2s this year. Not super easy. But sometimes what you want out of your first lift is to be sure that you're going to get it to the chest and all the way up again. You can make some adjustments to that shirt to give him more, but he did actually get quite a good pop off the chest there. Now I look at it back. Akihisa Takemura next from Japan. First lifter out in the M1s. He's opening with 200 kilos. This is a mammoth session. I think we have 40 lifters in this session. So we have a huge amount of world-class benching. Oh, it's not quite going on the left hand. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1, it's a good lift. Just see that back, that's a great arch he's got there, reducing the range of motion, giving him more of a decline press. It just seemed to swing over to his left a little bit. Evgeny Nevedov from Kazakhstan. Again, brand new in the M2 class, just moved up. And he's opening with 210. Ooh, stalled a little bit. I don't think it dipped, I think it kept moving. And the referees agree, that's a good lift. He's on the board. Yeah, I think it just swung backwards a little bit too much too early. Mario Schnur, Germany, coming out for the same weight, 210, and in the same category, M2. Nice and controlled. I think he got his Elbow's a little bit out of shape, so the press wasn't as easy as it might have been. But he's happy with what he did there. 2-1, a good lift. He got a blue card from the side referee. Blue cards are either issues with lockout or the bar dips. Yeah, maybe that left arm was just wavering a little bit. At any rate, that was 2-1, a good lift. Vijaya Kanchan, India. For 220. Nice. Yeah, textbook. Easy touch, easy press, good lift. Bakit Kerembekov, Kyrgyzstan. And he is the final lifter out in the M3s. So 225, if he gets this on the board, he is going to be a long way out in front and very difficult to catch. Just checking my notes. Yes, he did win last year in Lithuania. He's the reigning world champion. Oh, excuse me, it was Romania. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let's see if we get a replay and maybe catch what went wrong. So it comes down. It seems to go. He just dumped it on the chest at the last minute. Yeah, and then got out of line. And once you get out of line with a weight that heavy, it's really difficult to bring it back. Kaido Leisman next, Estonia. He's in the M2s. $230 on the bar. Easy opener, no drama there. Teshki Ichnorov, Mongolia. We have two lifters now out in front, or at least their openers are out in front in the M2 105s. Tescu, and we have Varentelli from USA still to come out. And I think these are really closely matched, so should have a good battle for the gold. But first, both lifters have got to get one in. And 2-1, he did just that. Again, a blue card from the side referee.
Next weight on the bar, remains at 235 kilos for Kazakhstan.
He just seemed a little bit unstable at the bottom. Alexander Muratov, Kazakhstan. He's in the M1s and he's coming out for 235.
235 kilos.
Good lift, again 2 to 1. Nice and controlled to the chest. Here comes Mike Ferrantelli. Last lifter out in the M2s. Last time we saw him, I think, was Tokyo. I think he took the bronze medal there. Maximum tuck there on the elbows, and it's not quite going to go.
Sorry, there is no lift. No lift for Ferrantelli.
Okay, hopefully he can learn what lessons he needs to learn from that. Calibrate, adjust his shirt or his technique. And come out and get that on his second. Saduaka Salavatov next from Kazakhstan. Only just into the Masters, 42 years old. Opening his account with 237.5. Got a little bit out of shape on the way up, but that's a good lift nonetheless.
250 kilos on the bar, please, followers, for Eric Walczak of Poland.
Eric Walczak next from Poland. We only have the M1 lifters left to go in the first round. Opening with 250.
Bars loaded, 250 kilos, Eric Walczak, Poland.
He took the silver medal in the equipped 3 lift competition in Romania last year. And I think he won in Ekaterinburg. I think he's the European champion. Lovely. That was strong. He's got more in the tank there for sure.
252.5 kilos on the bar now, please, loaders. For of Mongolia.
Bakhaz Batar Hagvajav from Mongolia. He's coming out for 252.5. Another lifter who's just popped up into the Masters. Difficult touch, looked like the shirt locked up on him a little bit. He got it all the way to the top, and the referees said that's a good lift.
255 kilos, the
Sukbat Engbaya, Mongolia, 255. Nice and easy there for Sukbat.
270 on the bar, please, goes Frank Bartel of Germany.
One more lift in the first round in the 105 class. Frank Bartel, Germany, opening with a massive 270.
Bar is loaded.
Just resolving a small technical issue there, and we are away. Here comes Frank.
Just a reminder to all coaches, you should know this, the IPF rules state you have 1 minute from the announcement of the completion of a lift to put in your next attempt, or you will be given a default.
So this is 10 kilos above his current PB. That's a brave move. Sometimes with the quick benching though, it's not as easy as just doing a lighter one to get one in, because that weight might not go all the way to the chest. You need the weight of the bar to bring the bar all the way down. No. Just got offline there, that wasn't a strength issue. If you're not exactly in the cone of power, if you're not exactly online, then it will just fire itself off. Do you know, and I think it just rolled forward a tiny bit on his chest. I think that was a difficult touch, and he was fighting the shirt to get that down, and it went offline, flew into his face. I'm sure he will get that technique spot on in his next one and nail that lift. So we're through to the second round of bench now. We have Mick Ellender. He opened on 120, coming out now for 130.
Bar is loaded, 130 kilos, Mick Ellender, Great Britain. CGB making some noise. They might be little, but they're loud.
Using his platform time to his advantage, making sure he's set up exactly right. Calls for the bar. And look at those long deadlifter's arms. He's got a long way to take that bar. But he gets it all the way to the top. That is a good lift for Mick Ellender.
That's a good lift for Mick Ellender. Next one of our 142.5 kilos, Jimmy Hornick, Czechia.
Yuri Hornick, Czechia next for 142.5. He's the other Masters 4 lifter in the category. He opened with 135, so he's still ahead of Mick, who just did 130, but he's going to want this lift to stay ahead. And I think he's done it. Now I'd seen that Mick had already put 140, and I wonder if he'll respond and go to 145. Makoto Takatori is coming out now for the same weight, 142.5. This will take him into the lead at the moment, but we need to remember that Karimbakov in the same group, the same age category, has yet to post a successful lift. This will move him up to first place for the moment. So controlled. Such great technique there. Most of the Japanese team are being coached by Daiki Kadama, so it's no surprise they're coming out for the right weight and showing great technique as they do it. Kizir Beremkilov, Kazakhstan, next for 150. This will retake the lead in the M3s. Very easy. Very easy indeed. Might see a big jump for his third. Kai Vesenius next from Finland.
Bars loaded. 170 kilos. Kai Vasenius, Finland.
PB is 185. He's fair way below that at the moment at 170. Bit of a tough one to lock out. I think he got there in the end.
Good fight. 3 wide lines for Kai. 170 next weight on the bar. 220 kilos. Evgeny Nefedov, Kazakhstan.
Evgeny Nefedov, Kazakhstan. He's in the M2s. Open with 210, coming out now for 220. If we take a look at the graphic that comes up, you can see in the top bar that he will move from 5th place to 3rd place if successful. And his category is up in the top left. You can see his country, his name, how much time he's got left, and also along the bottom, his successful first attempt and the amount on the bar. Oh, he's fought it to a standstill. It won't quite go all the way.
Sorry, that's no lift for Nefedov for 220 kilos. Same weight remaining to the bar.
Well, he's got some options now. He can adjust the shirt slightly. I don't think it was an error with going off path, so maybe he just needs to take the collar of the shirt down a little bit.
220 kilos. Mario Schnorr.
Mario Schnorr next, Germany. For 220. Team Germany in the house. $220 kilos on the bar. This will move him up to 3rd. He's considerably lighter than the Indian lifters, weighed in at less than 98 kilos in the 105s. Three white lights for Mario. He has one toe on the podium.
Next round allowed 225 kilos for Keith Kerimbekov.
Now then, Bakit Karimbekov, he missed this first time out. It's not unusual in equip bench, to be honest. Your final warm-up probably won't go all the way to the chest. So the first lift that you do a complete bench press is often your first lift on the platform. So if the shirt's not quite right, because it's a hot and humid environment as well. Someone pointed out yesterday you train in a cool gym, but you come here and there's lights and equipment and it's very hot and humid. It makes a difference to how the shirt sits. So you're calibrating and figuring that out as you go on the platform. So 225. Nice touch. Yes, that's much better.
Still waiting for one vote, please, from the left side referee.
Having some issue with the refs controllers there. I assume that was a good lift, but until we see the refs lights, it's a bit hard to say.
Okay, can we see show hands? That's a good lift.
And that's a good lift.
Good enough for me. Good lift. Next one from about 230 kilos.
And it's always worth waiting for the referee's lights, especially on bench, because I'm looking at a sort of 45-degree angle face on. I'm not seeing all the things the side referees see, the movement of the feet, the lifting of the butt.
Okay, 230 on the bar. Bar is loaded.
Okay, Vijaya Kanchan from India is coming out now for 230 kilos. This would be a 10-kilo PB. A little bit wavering about on it. Yeah, he lost that on the descent, I think. Came out of line. So we don't have the referee's lights at the moment. So the graphic won't really tell you anything. We're just trying to get those working again. But that was a good lift. Mike Ferrantelli now from USA. He missed 237.5 for his opener. He is coming out for the same weight again. He's having a lot of difficulty getting that touch. No lift. I think it was lockout. He just couldn't lock out his left arm. We won't really see that from this angle, but he couldn't get his left arm straight. Yeah, you see it dip there as well. Akihisa Takimura. 237.5 kilos. This will move him up a couple of places, not quite onto the podium. Oh, it's a difficult one. Has he looked it out? No, he hasn't. The referees agree that he did not take that all the way to locked arms. Next up, Kaido Leisman from Estonia for 240. $10-kilo increase on his opener. This will move him past the Mongolian lifter. That's a no lift. I think I saw the head lift. I'm not sure if that was the failure, but if we watch that back. No, it was the butt. The butt came up. Tesco Ichinorov from Mongolia. He is leading the field now, since Leisman did not come past him. He's gone up 7.5 kilos from his opener. This is 242.5. That was a tough one. And that's a good lift, and he's extended his lead even further. He took the silver in the classic bench press last year. And he's having a go in the equipped this year. Alexander Muratov, Kazakhstan. Also coming out for 242.5. Very nice second attempt. And we have our referee's lights back. Fantastic. Saduakas Salavatov from Kazakhstan has asked for, it's a big jump actually, he's gone up to 250 from 237.5. This will get him into third place for now. So we've got quite a few lifters in this category still to make their second attempt. It was a tough one, but I think he's got it. Yes, that's a good lift. He has one toe on the podium now, sitting in third place. But we have Eric Valchak looking to change that with 252.5. Good lift for Eric. He moves back up into second place. Second place and only 2.5 kilos behind the Mongolian lifter. However, here comes Bakas Batar Kagvajav. And he's asked for 257.5. This will move him back into first place. Got the start command there with 16 seconds to go. That's making the best use of all your possible time. His left elbow twitched like crazy at the bottom there. I'm amazed how easy that press was. I thought he got really out of line when his elbow twitched at the bottom. He got a red light from the centre referee. I think his head just twitched up for a second. But that's so hard to spot from the side because you're unsighted. You can't see the head because of the weight plates on the bar. Supat Enkabaya. He's in the M1s. And this will pop him back up to first. $265 kilos on the bar. Oh, what strength to keep hold of that. His left arm was wobbling about all over the place, but he still managed to press it out. We only have a view from the right hand side on the replay, so we don't get to see that left arm going for a little wander. Nevertheless, he pressed it successfully and that was a good lift. He moves back into first place. Here comes Frank Bartel from Germany. He missed this on his opener. He is unranked at the moment because he hasn't had a lift in, but this will take him straight to first place. When it's a fight, I'm not entirely sure. I would like to call that, see what the referees think. They say he did not make the lift. He's under real pressure now. This is a real shame. It still looks like a difficult touch. It still looks like that last inch at the bottom is really hard. And his feet moved. I don't think his butt came up. So here are the standings at the moment. In the M1s we have Enkbaya from Hagvajag from Valchak. And in the M2s, Ichinoro from Leisman from Schnur. Karimbikov's leading the M3s from Bayramkilov and Takatori, with Hornick leading from Ellender in the M4s. And here's Mick Ellender coming out for his final lift. He looks a bit confused, I'm not sure why. Oh, he's waiting for his handoff. Opened with 120, gone to 130, and he's chosen not to try and challenge Yuri Hornick for first place. Yuri is currently on 142.5, but he's the lighter lifter, so Mick would have had to do more. Keeps his chest up nicely, very controlled. Yep. And I think there was a good understanding of where he was, and 145 would have been a step too far. Nevertheless, he walks away with the silver medal after a long day officiating at this competition yesterday. So here comes Yuri Hornick, Czechia. Gone up to 147.5. He's Here we go, 147.5 for Yuri Hornick. And that looks good to me. But it does not sparkle with the referees. It was, sorry, it's a little bit hard to see. We are back to flags because the lights are down again. It was 2-1, a good lift. At any rate, Yuri Hornick walks away the M4 world champion. Into the M3s now, and here's Makoto Takatori. He's having a good day. He got his opener, went up a massive 22.5 kilos, and he's adding another 10 now. Such great control on the descent, but it's not quite there on the press. So that was an attempt to take the silver, but he's going to have to be happy with the bronze. In the same category now, Kizir Bayramkilov, now assured of the silver medal. Can't really catch the first place lifter, he's a long way ahead.
160 kilos, please. 160 kilos. Bars loaded, 160 kilos. Kizir Bayramkilov, Kazakhstan.
He's looking quite relaxed and happy. It's a funny situation sometimes, knowing that you've already got the medal and you don't need this lift as such. It can sometimes, throw you off a little bit because you lose your focus, you're celebrating internally. So let's hope that doesn't happen here. And I don't think it did. That looked good to me. And it looked good to the referees too. Kairosenius next in the M2s. Taking steady 10 kilo increases all the way through, 160, 170, and he's coming out for 180 now.
Bars loaded, 180 kilos, Kairosenius, Finland.
Difficult touch, didn't get the touch he wanted, and fired it off in the wrong direction. Leaves him with the best of 170. Just really struggled to get it all the way down there. It's such a fine line, you want to push it backwards, not straight up, but if you push it too far backwards, it'll go over the top. Evgeny Nefedov, Kazakhstan. In the M2s, he has asked for 222.5. Missed 220. He's put just that extra bit on, so that'll get him a podium place. Well, it will get him into the podium place for the moment. I think we've got all sorts of issues there. Wasn't quite there today. So that leaves him in 5th place with Mario Schnorr, next from Germany, coming out for 230. Got 220 for his second. Sitting in third place at the moment, this will move him up to second. Not quite today. Worth a try.
Next weight on the bar, 237.5, the Mike Ferratelli. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mike needs this one to stay in the game.
We have Mike Ferratelli coming out next. He has missed his opener and he missed his second. So he's in real trouble now. M2 lifter. This will take him from absolutely nowhere to second place. I don't know there's many sports where you can move from complete failure to the podium position in one move. So Mike's had all sorts of trouble on his first two. Let's hope he's had a chat with his coach. They've adjusted the shirt, they understand what they need to do, and I'd love to see him absolutely smoke this. And no, his left arm's gone. What a shame. So he cannot place in the competition, unfortunately.
That's the way it goes sometimes. 240 on the bar. India.
As the speaker just said, that's the way it goes sometimes in equipped lifting. It's such a difficult discipline. So many different factors. And as I touched on before, the environment here is so different. Everyone's done long haul travel to get here, which has an effect on the body weight and the hydration levels. And it's a hot, humid environment. Hard to get that shirt on where it usually sits. So here's Vijay Kanchan for 240. He missed 230, but he's going to have an attempt at the podium at the silver medal. Unfortunately, not today. Leaves him with the best of 220.
242 for
Bakit Kerembekov from Kazakhstan is coming out now in the Masters 3. This lifter is 61 years old. He's coming out for a 242 kilo bench press. He's absolutely assured of first place. He is a long, long way ahead of everyone else in class.
This is a world record attempt.
And this is why he's gone up so far. It's 242, not 242.5. This is a world record in the M3s. Could have gone to 241.5, but if it's a world record in a world championships, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. I think there's a misload. There's a misload. They've actually loaded it to 242.5, not 242. So we're going to reset the clock, make sure the bar's correctly loaded. We have the IPF's Chief Technical Officer on the platform. He's head referee at the moment, making sure that everything is absolutely right. That was well caught. Because the small half-kilo plates are very, very similar to the 1 1/4. That's really off-putting for the lifter. That's a real shame. You're so fired up, you're ready to do it, and then you have to damp down those flames, calm yourself down, and come out and do it again.
242 kilos, Bakit Kerembekov, World Masters 3 bench press record.
Here he comes, he's managed to find the fire again. World record on the bar. Not quite. What a shame. I so nearly had that. He's going to have to be content with walking away the M3 world champion.
Bar is loaded, 245 kilos,
Kaido Leisman, M2s. He missed 240 on his second, but he's gone up to 245 to move up from silver to gold. This is a world title bench press. No, just a little bit too heavy. Worth a try. Leaves him sitting in silver medal position at the moment. Tesku Ichinarov next. M2 category. And he is now absolutely assured of the gold medal. No, not quite. Still, he is the new world champion. Into the M1s now with Alexander Muratov, Kazakhstan. Got up 10 from his second. The clock's ticking. Maybe he's not coming out for it. I can't see anyone waiting in the wings. He's possibly electing not to take the... Oh no, here he is. Here he is. He's quite late though. I think he really needs to get on with this. So he's only got 20 seconds on the clock now. Counting down. He got the command with 1 second to go. That's the very definition of cutting it fine. Unfortunately, no lift. That left him with the best of 242.5 and 5th place. Sadarakas Salavatov from Kazakhstan next, also in the M1s. He's asked for 257.5. This will put him on the podium. This will give him the silver medal position, with some lifters in the category still to lift. Wearing that collar very low. what strength to fight against there. He got everything he could get from the shirt in the first few inches of the press, and he was fighting with that weight himself at the top. No lift, unfortunately. Leaves him in 4th place with the best of 250. Valchak next. He's looking to move into... No, this won't take first, actually, because he's heavier.
Bars loaded, 265 kilos, Eric Valchak.
But it will move him up from bronze to silver. 265 on the bar. Nice! That was super strong from Eric Valchak. And that puts him on the 2nd step of the podium for now. Coach is delighted. Yeah, that was superb. I think that was the best one he's done all day. Bakasmato Kagvajav from Mongolia. Looking for 267.5. Bronze medal position right now. Would quite like to move up to gold. No, not quite. Not today. Valiant effort. We're having issues again with the referee's lights, unfortunately. So that leaves him in 3rd place for now, but we still have several lifts to go.
That is no lift, no lift. Next one is 267.5.
Akihisa Takimura, Japan. His PB is 250, and there is 267.5 kilos on the bar. This is a huge leap. He was successful with 200, missed 237.5, and now he's added 30 kilos to try and take the win. This is a brave attempt. No, it was a little bit ambitious. Worth a try.
No lift, number 3. Next weight on the bar is 270 kilos of Frank Bartel of Germany.
I think just a bit too heavy today.
You know what to do. I'm looking at you. He'll be followed by Ekpire and then Sharma and Keller as we move into the 120s. The bar is loaded. Frank Bartel, 270 kilos. Come on, Germany!
So Frank Bartel now from Germany, under real pressure. He's missed this twice. He's either going to bomb today or walk away the world champion. Nothing in between. It looks better. Can he lock it out? Oh, I'm not sure that he has. I can see one light. I can see two white lights. That is a good lift. He's on the board and he goes straight to first place.
272.5 kilos next weight on the bar. This is for Super Empire, last of the 105s.
It took, honestly, it took some nerve to come out for the third lift with nothing on the board and press it home. However, one lift remains. We have Sukbat Engbara. He had a placeholder of 292.5 in, just waiting to see what the German would do. And now he's seen what the German has done. He has added 2.5 kilos to it. Here we go. This is the last lift of the 105s. This is to retake first place from Frank Bartel.
This will take him to world champion.
Do you know what? He didn't need 270. Oh, he did. He did. Although he's lighter, he could have. So in theory, he could have matched the 270. He has the lower lot number, so he can't change down to an attempt that would have changed the lifting order. So if Frank and him had put 270 in at the same time, he would have gone first. So he's had to take 272.5. World title on the line. And he's done it. 3 white lights. He is the new M1 world champion. So hopefully we'll get a look at the table. Here it comes. So, oh, this is this is not the results from the 105s. This is the 120 running order coming up. So, I'm sorry, I can't bring you the results from the 105s. So we have Group B coming out now. This is a mammoth session of bench press, and we have the 120s and 120 plus, all the masters age categories. So M1, M2, M3 and M4. We will be led out by Deepak Srinath Sharma from India. Quite a big Indian team here today. This week. And he's going to open with 70 kilos. He's in the M2 super heavyweights. Lifting raw today. Nice and easy there for Deepak. He is on the board. And now we have something extra special. We have Robert Keller's return to the platform. Robert Keller is the Secretary General of the IPF. Hasn't lifted for a short while. But he's just popped up into the M3s and he thought he'd make a comeback. Here we go, Robert Keller from Powerlifting America. I believe he's the president of Powerlifting America. He is going to open with 100 kilos. I think it's been, I may have this wrong, but I think it's been 20 years since we've had Robert Keller on the platform. Great to see him back. Fantastic, he is on the board. They do say all powerlifters never retire, they just go bench only. Next round of our remains of 100 kilos, Olim Sanakulo, Uzbekistan. Olim Sanakulov next from Uzbekistan. He's in the M2 super heavyweights. Years competing up to 1. We have a brand new lifter coming out here. He has requested 100 kilos. Also electing to open Raw. I wouldn't imagine someone who's been lifting for less than a year to put a shirt on, if I'm honest. Wow, that was super fast. Helmut Rangnick next, Germany. M3 super heavyweight.
Team Germany bringing the noise.
120 kilos on the bar. Very easy. Rustanbek Sadikov, Kazakhstan. He is in the M1 120s. 135 kilos on the bar. Another nice easy opener there. We're seeing the experience of these masters lifters. Andrei Zhuravlev, Kazakhstan. M3 super heavyweight, 120 plus. He's asked for 160 kilos to open his account, and this will put him a fair weight ahead in his class. Nice lifting there, he's on the board. And he's in the lead.
160 kilos, 200 kilos on the bar now. Timo Rukkila from Finland.
Timo Rukkila from Finland. He is M2 120. Just popped up into the M2 class. That's 50 to 59 years old.
200 kilos, Timo Rukkila.
difficult time getting that touch. Might just need more weight on the bar to get the bar down to the chest. So that was no lift for Rukila. Sandrino Eder, Germany next for 200 kilos. He is M1, 120. A little bit hard to keep track of everyone as we have 2 weight classes and 4 age classes. Very fast. I expect to see a big jump from him for a second. Last lifter out in the M2 super heavyweights is Joe Dibbert, USA.
Bar is loaded. 200 kilos, Joe Dibbert, USA.
Took the silver medal in Tokyo. Haven't seen him on the international platform since then. That was super fast. And he's on the board. He's taken the silver medal 3 times and the bronze medal once. Is this his year to take the gold? And he's a long way out in front.
Bar is loaded. 200 kilos.
Graham Reed next, from Scotland, from the UK, but from Scotland. He's M1 super heavyweight, and he's opening on his PB. Graham was in warm-up with the British team, as was Martin, all day yesterday. Martin lifts tomorrow. Smooth touch, and that's a great press for Graham. And the centre referee saw an issue and just watched that back to see if I can spot it. His feet did move. You are allowed lateral movement, but they mustn't lift. Next up, Andrei Altabayev, Kazakhstan, for 220. First year in the M2s. Home team support from the crowd. Very nice opener there, but with 220. 225. Bayaku Serendamba, Mongolia. M2 120 class. He's asked for 225 kilos for his opener. Oh, it stalled. It stalled and dipped, I think. Oh no, 2-1, a good lift. Obviously the referees are looking for a very different angle to me. We watched that back, got a decent touch. Mikko Tiensu, Finland. He's in the M1 120s and he's opening with 2:35. Coached by Tina Vohu, who lifted herself yesterday. And that's a good lift for Mikko. Janos Sena, Hungary. Coming out for 2:45. This will put him a decent way ahead in the M2 120s.
245 kilos, Janos Sena, Hungary.
Taking quite a bit of time for his setup, which is fine. You know, 60 seconds is a long time to do a bench press. However, if your start position isn't right and the referee's asked you to re-rack, you could be in trouble. But Janos is not in trouble. That looked like a great lift to me, and the referees agree. And that puts him in the lead in the M2 120s. Odgunbaya Ayush, Mongolia. He's in the M1 120s. Nice opener there for Odgunbaya.
260, next weight on the final names at 260. Yevgeny Yermishev, Kazakhstan.
Yevgeny Yermishev, Kazakhstan next. He is M1 super heavyweight. Coming out for 260.
Yevgeny Yermishev, Kazakhstan.
PB's 245 and this is 260 for his opener. That's a brave move. 15 kilo PB. Oh wow, but that moves so fast. Clearly training has gone very well. Okay, we have 270 next in the M1 super heavyweight. Aidar Koshkarov, Kazakhstan.
Bar is loaded. 270 kilos, Aidar Koshkarov, Kazakhstan.
Oh, I'm not sure about that one.
2 to 1.
But 2 to 1, it's a good lift.
The first round at 270 kilos. Next weight on the bar, 290 kilos. M1-M4, Estonia.
Certainly moved very quickly. Kalmar May from Estonia coming out for 290 next. This will be the biggest opener in the M1 120s.
Bars loaded, 290 kilos. M1-M4, Estonia.
$290 kilos on the bar. Very fast.
Nice.
Wow. We're going to see some big lifting there. And we are not finished yet in the openers. We have one more lift to go. René Gross from Germany, opening with a massive 305 kilos. Can you imagine holding that kind of weight over your face?
The bar is loaded, 305 kilos.
His PB is 325. So hopefully this is quite easy. This will take him out in front in the M1 120 plus class. That moved so well. That was a superb lift. A great opener. Yeah, you have to wonder where he's going to go next. I've just had a quick look at the world record. It's a long way up the road at 385, so maybe won't quite make it there today. But he's on the board, and that was a great opening lift. So we're through to the second round now. We have Deepak Srinath Sharma for 77.5.
Bar is loaded, 77.5 kilos. Deepak Srinath Sharma, India.
Deepak currently sitting third in the super heavyweight M2s. That's a good lift.
Deepak Srinath Sharma at 77, 110 kilos on the bar now. For Robert Keller, USA. Bars loaded, 110 kilos. Robert Keller, USA.
And here comes Robert Keller. Open with 100, gone up to 110. Nice and steady for Robert. You wouldn't think he'd been off the platform for so long.
Waiting for one vote. Referees, can you go to your pressing buttons, please? I can see a white flag. 2-1, or no, 3 white lights. 3 white lights and a good lift for Robert.
Finally got there with the referee's lights. Those 3 white lights for Robert Keller, and we have Olim Sanakulov from Uzbekistan coming out next. In the same class for, excuse me, he's in the M2 120 plus class. Coming out for 120. He's sitting in second place. I think he's fairly well ahead of third, but he's no chance of catching first. So I think we've got our positions there in the M2 super heavyweights. Can also see that the American lifter in class has gone from 200 to 318 for his second. That seems like a big jump. Olim Sanakulov on the platform right now for a very easy 120.
3 white lights and a good lift for 120 kilos for Olim Sanakulov, Uzbekistan. That's a good lift. Next round of our is 150 kilos for
Rustanbek Sadikov, Kazakhstan next. M1 120, looking for 150.
Bars loaded, 150 kilos, Rustanbek Sadikov, Kazakhstan.
Easy touch, easy press. That's another good lift for Rustanbek.
3 white lights and a good lift for 150 for Sadikov. Safe weight remains on Lava Hill, Rangit, Germany. Bars loaded, 150 kilos for Rangit.
Here we go for Helmut Ragnit with 150 kilos. Very nice.
2-1, good lift for Rangit.
Oh, the centre referee indicated the head. I can't quite see that from the replay because his arm was in the way.
Bar loaded, 162.5 kilos, Andrei Zhuravlev, Kazakhstan.
Andrei Zhuravlev, Kazakhstan next. He's in the M3 super heavyweights. He's only gone up 2.5 kilos from his opener. Very high touch point, even for a raw lift.
3 white lights, good lift for Andrei Zhuravlev of Kazakhstan. Next weight on the bar, 200 kilos.
Timur Rukila
Finland.
from Finland next. He missed his opener at 200. He's elected to come and take the same weight again. That's not always the obvious choice that it seems in equipped benching. This will take Timo, well, it'll get him on the board, that's the important thing. Not quite. So they're going to have to figure out if they can adjust that shirt and get him a better press. It didn't seem like he was offline. It comes down very easily though, he's not getting much out of the press. It looked to be in good shape, to be honest, and just seems a little heavy. But hopefully they can get a bit more out of the shirt and he can get that on his next attempt. 210 now for Graham Reed. This is a 10 kilo PB. Just explaining to the handoff guy exactly what he wanted. Just had a bit of difficulty getting the final inch down, and right arm wouldn't quite go. But I think that wasn't a strength issue, I think that was a difficulty getting the touch, so he didn't quite get everything he could out of the shirt. Yeah, he was just wavering about on the chest, so he touched in the wrong place, came up a bit straight, and you know, I think he's got every chance of making that on his third. Sandrino Eder next from Germany, M1-120. Nice and easy there for Sandrino. Andrei Altabayev has taken quite a big jump. He opened on 220, he's gone up to 232.5. This will move him up a place. We're still only in the second round though, plenty of lifters still to take their second attempts. I cannot tell from that angle at all whether he made that lift. No, I don't think he could quite get it to lock out. Hard to tell from the top. But he has another chance at that. 235 now from Bakaku Serundamba. In the same category, sitting in second place.
235 kilos, Bakaku Serundamba, Mongolia.
Oh, all kinds of out of shape, but he did get it to the top.
Sorry, no lift, no lift.
I'm not sure of the exact failure there, but it was. He lifted his butt off after he got the start command, and during the press. Yeah, I think we can see why he failed that one. 250 now for Janos Cerna.
Bars loaded, 250 kilos, Janos Cerna, Hungary.
He is leading the field. He's quite a long way out in front at the moment in the M1-M4s. Right arm joined the party a little bit later, but it was a successful lift. There is no uneven lockout rule in the IPF. As long as you get that to the top and the bar does not dip, it's absolutely fine. So the left arm locks out, right arm joins in a moment later. That is a good lift. 260 now from Mika Tiensu. Sitting in third place in the M1-120s. This will move him up one, ahead of Ayush. A little bit scrappy, I think he got it there. He was in danger of racking it as he got to the top because he was a little bit high on the bench. That's a good lift.
Bar loaded. 275 for
Odgumbaya Ayush, Mongolia. 275 kilos on the bar, 5 red plates. Sitting in third, this will move him back ahead of the Finnish lifter. No, unfortunately no lift there. So that leaves him still in third place for now.
Next weight on the line, 275 remains on the line for Yevgeny, Kazakhstan.
Bit hard to really understand what went wrong there, if it was just a little bit too heavy. Sometimes the tiny technical errors you make when you're in a shirt aren't really visible externally. Yevgeny Yermishev, Kazakhstan. Gone up 15 kilos to 275. Looking to move from third to second with this lift. Nice.
Good lift for Yermishev at 275. 277.5 next weight on the bar for Aida Koshkarov, Kazakhstan.
But straight away we have Aidar Koshkarov looking to take that position back with 277.5. He is the heavier lifter by quite a bit, I think, than Yermishev. Yep, he's got a good 15 kilos on him. So he will have to do more. it came off the chest really quickly.
2 to 1. Good lift. Good lift.
He really struggled towards lockout, but 2 to 1, a good lift.
Big numbers now. 300 kilos on the bar for M1-M4, Estonia.
That moves him back ahead into second place. Kalmar May from Estonia for 300 now. He is the leader in the M1-120 class.
Loaded. 300 kilos. M1-M4, Estonia.
Bit of a struggle on the chest, but he got it back to the top really well. And he's going to be hard to catch now in the M1-120s. 3:15 going on now for René Gross, Germany. He's a long way out in front in the M1 Supers.
Bar is loaded. 350 kilos. Ready, Gross, Germany.
Getting a lot of support from Team Germany in the audience here today. His opener was great, to be fair, and he's only got up 10 kilos, so this should look good. Great control there with that weight. That's a great lift. He is a long way ahead now. We could be looking at the new world champion there, but we have another round of bench to go. Now, world record attempt in the M2 super heavyweights. He opened with 200 kilos. He's gone up to 318. Absolutely incredible. This seems like a crazy jump. Let's hope he knows what he's doing. And let's hope the coaches know what they're doing. Joe Dibbert for 318 kilos. For an M2 world record. You can hear a pin drop in the auditorium here today. Tension in the air, world record on the bar. A difficult touch. And he's struggling with it. You know, that was close. That was close, not quite, but he's got another attempt at that. I'm sure he'll come out for it again. He handled the weight so well, considering that he opened with 200, but he really had some difficulty getting that bar down, which I think affected the press out. So, through to the third and final round of bench press. This is where our world champions are crowned.
Bars loaded, 115 kilos, Robert Keller, USA.
So, leading us out for the third round now is Robert Keller. The clock is ticking. Is he coming out for it? Open with 100, went up to 110. Made short work of that. Here he comes, taking his own sweet time. And Robert Keller is 343, and he is the new M3 120 kilo world champion.
Successful return to the platform. 122.5 kilos goes on the bar now to Deepak Srinath of India. 122.5 kilos. Bar is loaded for 122.5. Sadikov and the rankings get ready.
Here's Deepak Srinath Sharma from India. He's taken some quite unusual jumps there, 70 to 77.5 to 122.5. And he's not put a shirt on. Oh dear me, that didn't go well. Nevertheless, that leaves him with 77.5 and the bronze medal. Here comes Rustambek Sadikov from Kazakhstan. He's taken some quite big jumps, 135 to 150, and he's gone up to 162.5 this time. He's in the M1 120s. And that's a tough one. Couldn't quite make that today. A little bit of an ambitious jump, leaves him with the best of 150.
Next weight of the bar is 165. Helmut Brackett, Germany. Joel Left of the rookie, get ready. Bars loaded. 165 kilos. Helmut Brackett, Germany.
Helmut Rangnick, Germany. Sitting in second, this is he's coming out for 165, which will move him up to first place. This is a World Championship title press. His opponent does have a chance to respond, but first Helmut has to get past. Oh, you know, it moved so fast off the chest and just ground to a halt. Couldn't get it moving again. So that's no lift. He didn't come past, so he'll have to be happy with the silver medal.
Change, change. 165 on the bar, please, for Joel Left. Zhuravlev will be followed by Rukila, Reed, and Altebayev.
Andrei Zhuravlev from Kazakhstan, coming up for 165, doesn't need to defend against Rangnit. Rangnit failed his lift, so he is assured of the gold medal. Taken some very conservative jumps, gone from 160 to 162.5. This is 165. And that's a good lift, 3 for 3. Just waiting for the ref sides to confirm it. And the M3 super heavyweight world champion.
200 kilos for Timo Rukila. Timo needs this one. He hasn't got 200 in yet, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get behind Timo Rukila when he comes after this one.
So, lifter under pressure now, Timo Rukila from Finland for 200 kilos. He's missed this twice, but we know he's capable of this weight. He's done more in the past. Coach looking stressed. Come on, Timo. And it looks better, and I think he's got it. I think he's on the board. 3 white lines and relief for Timo Rukila. We don't like to leave a man behind. Graham Reed now from Scotland, representing Great Britain.
Bars loaded, 210 kilos, Graham Reed.
If that's a little bit confusing for people outside the UK, the United Kingdom is made up of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Graham's from Scotland. Missed 210 last time. Looks like shuts down a little bit further. That's Martin Marshall, who's been coaching all week, and he's lifting tomorrow. Come on, Graham. I think he's got it. And the referees agree that's a 10 kilo PB for Graham Reed.
233.5 kilos on the bar now for Andrei Altebayev, Kazakhstan. Eder and Seven Daniel, get ready.
Muscles that all the way to the top. He'll be pleased with that. Andrei Altebayev from Kazakhstan next. Sitting in third, looking to move up to second with this lift. 232.5.
Loaded.
And that's a good lift. He has moved ahead. He's moved up one step of the podium for the moment. Sandrino Erder from Germany next in the M1-120s. Coming out for 237.5.
Bars loaded, 237.5 kilos from Sandrino Eder.
quite a big jump. He went from 200 to 215. This is 237.5. And it was a great battle and a valiant effort, but not quite there today.
Next weight on the bar is 255 kilos. Bayat Serendamba. Mongolia, Sana and Tiansu, get ready.
That left him with the best of 215. Next up we have Bayaku Serendamba, Mongolia. Currently in third place. This will move him into first.
Bars loaded, 255 kilos. Bayat Serendamba, Mongolia.
Here we go with 255, an attempt to move into the title position. And that's a great fight. Did he lock it out?
Sorry, that is a no lift.
No, I'm afraid not.
Number 255 Hungary.
So that leaves him with the best of 225 and the bronze medal. So next up we have the man who is now guaranteed the gold medal, Janos Cerna from Hungary, for 255. He looks very calm inside. He must be going crazy. He's already won the World Championship title. It's hard not to let that emotion affect you. Not today, but you know what? He didn't need it. Leaves him with the best of 250, and he walks away the M2 120 kilo world champion. Mikko Tiensu, Finland, for 275. Wow, what a battle. I thought he was going to take that all the way, but he couldn't quite get there. Still, he's still in silver medal position. So, Ogunbaya Ayush, Mongolia.
This is for the silver medal.
Missed this last time. This will move him ahead of the Finn. Wow. I was not expecting that to move quite as well as it did. 2-1, and he moves ahead. So that got him. Yep, he moved ahead of the Finn and he took the silver medal in class. So we have our placing starting to shake down now.
277.5 kilos.
But we are not finished yet. So it's Yevgeny Yemishev from Kazakhstan looking to move up to silver medal position ahead of his teammate, who is heavier. His teammate's done the same weight, but is heavier. So Yevgeny just has to match it and he will move ahead. Two to one, a good lift, and he goes to the silver medal position. But we have his teammate, Aidar Koshkarov, who is looking to take that back with 280.
Bar is loaded. 280 kilos. Aidar Koshkarov. Currently in bronze, and he wants to take back that silver medal.
He's on the podium, but what colour will his medal be? .280 kilos on the bar. And that is a good lift. He moves back ahead. That came off the chest so well. Controls the weight. Well, that's a huge weight in the hands.
So this is just a bragging rights.
3 lifts remain. Khail Malmay absolutely guaranteed the gold medal. Is coming out for 310. Taken steady increases, 290, 300. Gone up another 10 to 310. And he made that look fairly comfortable. Malmay, the M1 120 kilo world champion. Okay, we have Joe Divert coming out now for his second attempt at a 318 M2 world record. He was really close on his first attempt at this weight. I think there's every chance for him getting it this time. But you know what? World records are difficult to achieve. What you're doing is something that no one else has ever done in the world before. We have the IPS Chief Technical Officer on his feet, making sure everything's absolutely perfect for a world record attempt.
318 kilos. I want to hear every last one of you make some noise when this man comes out. That's not a request. The bar is loaded. Come on, let's see a world record.
Here it comes, world record on the go.
Come on.
not quite. It was worth the effort, and he'll have to be happy with being the M2 Super Heavyweight World Champion. One more lift to go. René Gross from Germany for 325. This will match his PB. Absolute guarantee. He's already in first place, so, and he's the last lift, so no one can come past him.
And the bar is loaded. 325 kilos, René Gross. Germany, come on!
Here we go. He's made his first two attempts look quite easy. And his third looked nearly as easy as the rest. René Gross is the new world champion. That's been a great session. It was a mammoth session. We have the medal ceremony coming up. I hope you'll stick around for that. And then we have the women's sub-junior and junior lifters at 1 p.m. Join us then.
on, keep moving. Mick, move up a bit, mate. Just 105, just 105, please. Okay, so just 105. Okay, we are ready. So first of all, 105 kilo Masters 1 category. In bronze medal position with 265 kilos from Poland, Eric Walczak. Taking the silver medal with 270 kilos from Germany, Frank Bartel. And your new Masters 1 105 kilo world champion with 272.5 kilos from Mongolia, M1-M4. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Mongolia. Well done, gentlemen. And Frank, I'm really glad you got that last one. Thank you, gentlemen. Masters 2 now. Bronze medal position with 220 kilos from Germany, Mario Schnurr. Perfect. Taking the silver medal with 230 kilos from Estonia, Kaido Liismann. And your new Masters 2 105 kilo world champion with 242.5 kilos from Mongolia, Tesku Ichinoro. Please be upstanding once again for the national anthem of Mongolia. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you. Masters 3 now, 105 kilo category. In bronze medal position with 142.5 kilos from Japan, Makoto Takatori. Silver medal, 160 kilos. From Kazakhstan, it is Kizir Bayramkilov. And your new Masters 3 105 kilo world champion with 225 kilos from Kyrgyzstan, Bakit Kerimbekov. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Kyrgyzstan. Thank you, gentlemen. And last but not least, Masters 4, 105 kilo category. Taking the silver medal with 130 kilos from Great Britain, Mick Ellender. And your new Masters 4, 105 kilo world champion with 147.5 kilos from Czechia, Jiri Honig. So please be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Czechia. Thank you, gentlemen. So if you would please go back to your places, we will play the music. The 105 kilo lifters will leave the platform in a clockwise fashion. I think following Mick Ellender. Music, please, to take the athletes off the platform. Please give these gentlemen a round of applause as they leave the platform. To welcome the 120s and 120 plus athletes to the platform. I hope they're all ready, they've had plenty of time. Okay, so we go Masters 1 first. In bronze medal position, sub 120 kilo, Masters 1 with 260 kilos from Finland, Mikko Tiensu. In silver medal position with 275 kilos from Mongolia, Otgonbaya Ayush. And your new Masters 1 Sub-120 World Champion with 310 kilos from Estonia, Hjalmar May. Please be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Estonia. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you. And now, Masters 1 Super Heavyweight category. In bronze medal position with 277.5 kilos from Kazakhstan, Yevgeny Yermishev. In silver medal position, this was quite a battle with 280 kilos, also from Kazakhstan, Aidar Koshkarov. And your new Super Heavyweight Masters 1 champion, world champion, with 325 kilos. From Germany, René Gross. Please be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Germany. Well done, gentlemen, thank you. Great battle, thank you, gentlemen. And we are now into Masters 2, 120 kilo class. In bronze medal position with 225 kilos from Mongolia, Bayarkut Serendamba. Taking the silver medal with 232.5 kilos from Kazakhstan, Andrei Altebayev. And your new Sub-120 Masters 2 World Champion with 250 kilos from Hungary, Janos Selna. Ladies and gentlemen, standing for the national anthem of Hungary. Well done, gentlemen. And now, Masters 2 Super Heavyweight category. Taking the bronze medal with 77.5 kilos from India, Deepak Srinath Sharma. In silver medal position with 120 kilos from Uzbekistan, Olim Sanakulov. And your new Masters 2 Super Heavyweight World Champion with 200 kilos, and you can't say he didn't have a good go at that record, the USA's Joe Devers. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the United States of America. Well done, Joe. Well done, gentlemen. And I'm confident that record will go next time, mate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sub 120 kilo Masters 3. A very welcome return to the platform for your new world champion with 115 kilos from the United States of America, Mr. Robert Keller. Please be upstanding once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of the United States of America. Well done, Robert. Welcome back to competition, mate. Don't leave it so long next time. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the Super Heavyweight Masters 3 category. Taking the silver medal with 150 kilos from Germany, Helmut Rangnick. And your new Super Heavyweight Masters 3 champion with world champion with 165 kilos from Kazakhstan, Andrei Zhuravlev. Please be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Well done, gentlemen. And I believe that concludes the medal ceremony. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the music, please join me in giving these gentlemen a round of applause.